If you want both strength and pulse exercises in one, you came to the right place. Welcome to today's high intensity resistance training session where you are going to bring a set of dumbbell, exercise mat and some good shoes and water. We have 3 blocks. In each block we have 3 exercises. We're going to do them one after each other for 3 rounds. So 1 block with 3 exercises and just a short break, and then we move on to block number 2 and number 3. The work frame is going to be 40 seconds on and 15 seconds to get ready for the next exercise. The block is made of the 3 exercises. The first one is going to be a strength exercise, then we're going to move on to a pulse exercise and then a strength exercise. And we're just going to alternate between that within the block. But that's going to be the setup for all 3 blocks. So 2 strength and 1 pulse exercise. I will show you a modification along the way, and do remember, when we work within a time frame, you can do the best possible and you can go a little bit more slow, you can go a little bit faster. You can of course modify by bringing a lighter set of dumbbell, and you can also do it even more, pushing yourself even harder to bring some more heavy dumbbells. So you got your equipment. We're going to start with a warm-up, and then we're going to do the session where I'm going to guide you all the way, and then we're going to finish up with some stretching. So this session is going to take approximately 30 minutes. So do remember, keep your workout short and efficiently, then you have a lot of energy to do all the funny stuff you also want to do the rest of the day. So welcome to this high intensity resistance training session. Ready? Standing with some distance between your feet. We're going to reach up and back again. So inhale and exhale. We're going to open up a little bit more, forming a V or a lifting up a straight line out and up to the side. So up on our toes and stretching up and come back down again for another 4 and 3, 2, and we're gonna step out to the side. So pushing out from one side to the opposite, and arms are coming forward and back. So tapping out, and you can do a big movement and you can do a little bit less of a movement. Hands are pointing up now, so reaching up and pulling down, still stepping from side to side. Keep your chin in and your chest up, and we're gonna go for 4 and 3, 2, and stay in center, lifting knee up and reaching up, and we are gonna continue pushing forward and back. So get in and get those muscles in between your shoulder blades in place. Keep the little bit of extension over your lower back, pushing forward and putting heel down, so reaching up with your toe up towards your nose. So keep the legs, and we're gonna swing single arm forward, almost like crawling on land. So reaching forward, and do that for another 2 and 1 on each. Bring it in here, reaching back center. So warm up your spine, pushing back. Exhale as you turn away from me. Chin is in and stay up straight, engaging your core and pelvic floor. So turn center, turn, straightening arms, and do a little bit further of a movement. Keep arms up in shoulder level, and exhale, inhale. A little squeeze in your glutes. 2 more on each side. Turning, twisting, massaging your spine. 1 more on each. And we're gonna go in for a narrow position. A little bit of a squat up and up on our toes. So pushing buttocks back and up again. So knees are absolutely behind your toes. Bring it up and down. Inhale, exhale. 4 more, so reaching up, squeeze whatever you can squeeze. Final 1, lifting up, and we're gonna stay down here, a little bit of a bouncing movement. So pushing your buttocks back, keep those knees behind, leaning back for 4, 3, 2, and hands in here. Straightening out your knees, straight out, no locking your knees, but up to a nice straight position. And get a nice Tuck around your core for 4 and 3, 2, and you're gonna walk a bit further with your hands, and we're gonna lift up. So alternative between right and left leg. Open your ankle joints, get a dynamic stretch in your calf muscle. Engage your core, up on toe, back down on heel. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1, and come back to center and engage your core still, and up we go, rolling back, and chest is up and come back down again. Slowly down, feel the stretch over your lower back, up again. 2 more, pushing those shoulder blades sort of like down, up and back, and 1 more. Down we go, and reaching up and easing up here. So you got your equipment, you got your water. Maybe you just want to grab a little bit of water while I show you the first exercise. You're gonna bring 1 dumbbell, and we're gonna go with lunges, and only the right leg lifting up. So bring that leg up and bring that dumbbell up. Keep going with the same leg, and right after that we're gonna do some ski runners with our hands in the exercise mat. We're gonna go here, and then we're gonna go for a triceps kickback single arm. But don't worry about it, I will show you later on. Counting down from 10 seconds. Dumbbells, water level, shoulders down, chest is up. Bring it back and reaching. So pushing it back, reaching up. If possible, you go all the way up on your toe. Get some stability work as well. And of course, you get some hip movement, you get some stability over your hip, your knee, and your ankle joint when you get up on that toe. You still get it when you don't go up on your toe, but just a bit extra here on toe. So it makes it a little bit harder to keep the balance. We need to engage our core even more. Bring it up, down, and reaching up. So do remember, it's the right leg coming forth and back all the way through in this block. Down here on arms, gonna bring it up here from side to side. 2 and 1. So bouncing in center, engage your core, and let your feet come up. If this is too much, you can go here, and if you don't like hanging down with your head, you can come up and do some running. So bring it up. 1 leg to the side, 1 leg in center. Shifting all the way. Engage your core. Bending your knees a bit. 8 more seconds. Yes. Both dumbbells for a single arm triceps kickback. So leaning forward, and we're gonna go single arm. So you want to go a little bit further now, you go with a single arm. So squeezing, pushing back, stay up nice and tall with your chest, but still leaning forward in your hip. Straight line back, and a core strong as steel. So stay uplifted here, pushing back, center. 10 more seconds, pushing your weight back on your heels. And even amount on each. Back for exercise number 1. Right leg coming back and up again, up on toe, or maybe stay flat on your foot. So shoulders are down, in for the reverse lunges, down here, up and focus. So squeezing, buttock back, up on your toe, or maybe stay flat. So if this is too much, go down here. You still get a lot of stability work. Just trying to target every kind of exercise level. Chin is in, and you still get a good squeeze in your core to keep the balance. Up we go. In for the ski. Runners with hands underneath your shoulders. So pushing it a bit hard, you know there's only 3 exercises before a break. 3 exercises, 3 rounds. So bending knees makes it a bit easier to pull that knee up. If you feel like you're sliding around on your feet, you need to get a little bit more up on your arms, staying in that straight line. So if you're here and you feel like you can stick to the ground, you need to put your weight more up on your arms. Squeezing. Yips. Triceps, kick back. Single arm, but lean a little bit more forward. Shoulders down and single arm we go. 40 seconds, squeezing. So as we lean forward, we need to engage our core more, but we also need to push that dumbbell further up against gravity. Pushing it back, squeezing. And keep your chin in as well as your chest up. Bring it back, equal amount on each. Yes. 1 dumbbell for the final round for the right leg back and forth. So easing off upper body and keep that heel up on your back leg and up we go. Step up, lift up. Inhale and exhale. Do remember this is your final round with this right leg. Of course, we will return to the opposite leg in our next block. Pushing up, get some shoulder work as well. Core work as you need to tighten up. And here we are. Down on hands for the final one here. So up with that weight on your upper body. I know us women, we like to put a weight on our lower body because that is where we usually are stronger. But we need to get upper body strong as well. Squeezing, inhaling, bouncing from one side, just tapping down. Don't pull it down here. So tapping into center, swinging your arms. You do know this is the final round for this one. Get affected on your breathing. Engage your core, your oblique muscle. Yes. Triceps. So you should sound like me. One can always push him or herself to get affected on that breathing. It's just a question about intensity. Squeezing. Leaning a bit forward. And narrow. Straight back in center. All focus on your work, pushing back, leaning forward, chest up. Here we go. Yep. So a little bit of a break. So ask yourself if it would have been possible to just keep on going. Then you might want to have some heavier weights or weight with some extra intensity. We are going to go for a second block, which of course is going to be the opposite leg. Before we had the right leg, now we're going to go with the opposite leg up on our right leg instead of lifting right leg up. So then we're going to do a plank split hop where we're going to tap our shoulder up and down, and we are going to go for a lower ab with our dumbbell. So that sounds nice, right? We're going to do that. We're going to keep it on here for round number 1 in block number 3. So dumbbell, 1 dumbbell, ready to stay put with our right leg and lifting up with our left leg. So in for that, reaching up, slowly down. Maybe you can feel a difference between the balance of your right and your left leg. Bring it up and slowly down, or just stay flat on your foot instead of go up on your toe here. Pushing up, squeeze your glutes. So as you get up here, you should really get that good nice tightness in your glute, forcing your hip up to a straight position. Yes, in for plank split hop here. So we're gonna go up, up, tapping our shoulder and open up in our legs. So let's go. You can always go with ordinary plank split hop here. If it's too much, you can tap out and you can always go on knee. But if you need to go on your knees like that, I actually would recommend you coming up and do some kind of high knees jogging. Do something where you actually get affected on the breathing, because you do remember, out of the 3 exercises, only 1 is a pulse exercise. So we need that to be a pulse exercise. 8 seconds. Tapping, tapping. You can lift up arm or you can just tap up here, but lifting up that arm, of course, challenge your core. 1 dumbbell, and we're gonna lie down. Dumbbell between our knees, a good nice grip here, and we're gonna keep our hands in front of it. We're gonna lift up and down again. So up we go. So just make sure you're gonna do that squeeze with your inner thighs, but just to be a little bit caution, we're gonna have hands in front if the dumbbell should slip between your knees. So pushing lower back down, and you can do this, of course, with no dumbbell. I have a very slippery dumbbell and very slippery thighs tights on, so I need just to have my hands in front of the dumbbell. Lower back down, yes. Back for exercise. 1 second round, the reverse lunges, 1 dumbbell. Right leg stays put, left leg come back and forth. Keep that heel up, yes. Let's go, pushing up, bring it back. Keep your chin in. Squeezing glute. Engage your calf muscle as you step up on that toe. Yep. Plank, split hop, and we are ready in a few seconds. Here we are, up with that arm, tapping shoulder, or do the jogging on spot, or some of your favorite moves. So when we do this, there's a lot of challenge to keep our hips in a little bit of a position of a stability. So you're gonna engage that core, so every time you lift up that arm, you're not gonna pull your hip towards the opposite side. Stay put. 8 more seconds. Yes. And dumbbell for the lower part of our abdominal. Tight grip here. Hands in front. Connect with your pelvic floor. And up we go. Lifting, but we are lifting not with our hands. We're not pulling with our hands. We're just protecting here. We are gonna lift up, pushing lower back down. So no extension in your lower back. Push it down and bring your hips up because of the movement in your abs. So keep your heels down, not swinging them up towards the ceiling. Nice tight grip around the dumbbell. Feel your inner thighs. Chin is in. Here we are up for final round on each. So for the reverse lunges, right leg front, left leg back. 1 more to go. Yes, we can do that. And only 1 block lift. Chin is in. Squeezing. Make sure you get the quality in. Take your time to do the best possible way. Squeeze. That's what I like with working with free weights, dumbbells, is that you always get some core work into that exercise. Usually we do plank, split hop, tapping shoulder. Ready, 5 seconds. Here we are, good distance between your elbows. Stability work here. Bring it up. Inhale and exhale. Keep it on, 5 more seconds. You can do it, or do the tapping out instead. Yes, lie down. Dumbbells, or dumbbell here. Tight grip. And lower back. Down, heels tucked down towards your buttocks. And squeezing. Leave shoulders down. Keep your chin in. Remind yourself you have a short break in just 12 seconds. Feel it in your lower abs. Yes. Break. So get water. And we are ready for our final block. The block here, we're gonna go for a deep squat with a row. So if you prefer to go to those usually 90 degree, you're just gonna go with that. We're gonna go down as far as we can and up for a row. So pushing buttocks back, reaching up. That's gonna be exercise number 1. Then we're gonna do a start jacks. We're not gonna go as low as a squat, just a little bit slight of a bend, and then lifting up. I will show you modification, but obviously a jacks could be one. And then we're gonna go for a sitting biceps curl. So those 3 exercises, and then we're gonna do some stretching. So stay put with me, we are almost there. So timer for a start. And the next time I say timer for a stop, you know you completed the workout. Deep squat, sumo squat, row up, shoulders back. So forcing your buttocks back, reaching up for a row. So pulling that glute down. So we're gonna seek it down here. If it's possible, reaching up, squeezing. Knees are out to the side, lifting up. Or you can go with an ordinary jump, ordinary squat, of course. Pulling it to that row. Chin is in, chest up. Squeeze your glutes and your thighs. Pulling back. And here we are. Dumbbells out. Star jacks or an ordinary jacks. Thumbs are pointing up, and we're gonna bring our arms just up in front of our head. So lifting up here, inhaling and exhaling. So no arms back here. If you see it from the side, you wanna go up with those arms up in front of your head. Open up in your shoulder joint instead of clocking up in your shoulder. So you can go for a jacks here. Instead, you can go for a bouncing here, all depending on your fitness level. But make sure, if it's possible, push yourself. So ask yourself, why do I need to make a modification? It is because I have a knee injury. Am I just starting my workouts? But if it's just like, I don't feel like it, then go from the feel part over to the good part of your brain where you take the good decisions and push it. Sitting biceps. Engage your core, lifting arms up and down. You can always put your feet down, but if possible, you get some ab work as well here. So, shoulders are back and down. Bring it up and slowly up again. Inhale and exhale. Keep the tightness in your core and your pelvic floor. You can go single arm. Squeezing. So you can always continue here. Yes. And back in for the deep squat to row. Exercise 1, round number 2. Toes and knees pointing same way. So squatting back. So I keep sounding like my arms to push my knees out to the side. Bring it up, squeeze like you never squeezed before. Squeeze your thighs, squeeze your glutes, the muscle between your shoulder blades, squeeze your pelvic floor, your core, everything into play here. Chin is in. Pulling back. So our stomach tends to push out as we go down. So you keep that alignment. Yes. Star jacks, jacks, modified jacks. Of course, as mentioned before, you can go with 10 seconds of each. So you can go with 10 seconds of the star jacks and ordinary jacks, and then you can just count like 8 for the star jacks. Remember the hands up in front, and then you can go continue here, and then you can keep on here, and then you can come back for the star jacks. So don't stay in the comfort zone. Of course, you know yourself best, but try to, if there's nothing wrong with you, you should try to put yourself out of the comfort zone. That's why you get the results, I promise you. 10 more seconds. Reaching up, soft landing. Yes. Sitting biceps curl. and in for that tightness in our core, leaning back, arms out to the side, and if possible, get those feet up. Slowly down, make sure your shoulders are back, nice position here, so you don't go like this every time you lower your arms. Nice straight position. Inhale, boom, exhale. 15 seconds. And in a few seconds, we only have one more on each exercise. Yes. Standing up. Deep squat, sumo squat to row. One more time. Boop, boop, boop. 3, 2, and here we are. Squeezing. Inhale, and up we go, exhale. Keep chin in, chest up, no rounding in your lower back. Stay put with good position here. Yes. Start jacks to come. Jacks, heel in. Again, do what makes the best for you. 3, 2, and 1. So good tightness in core and pelvic, pushing those arms up. You can always go here if you want a little bit more of the jacks, but else you just do the one here, but find your way. You know this is your final pulse exercise for today's session. Only have the sitting biceps curl left for us to do, and then some stretching. Up we go. 5, 4. Yep. Sitting down, and shoulders are back. So 40 seconds work. Stretching, here we come. Engage. Bring it up and slowly down. Squeezing, lifting. Bring it slowly down, or single arm, or feet down. So better to go down with your feet, because it's first most is a biceps curl exercise. So if not possible to keep feet up, do that before you go single arm. But of course that all depends on the issue. If it's a stability, put feet down, and if it's a biceps curl, you can go single arm. Yes. So dumbbells out and lying down and stretching your legs up. Straight alignment here, chin is in. Whew. And if possible, grab your feet together, get a stretch in your calf muscle from the reverse lunges up on toe. Or if not possible, you just grab around your knees and make sure you point your toes towards your nose. So straight. I'd rather want your knees to be straight than like this right now. So toes down, feel the full stretch all the way up. Relaxing in your shoulders and breathing in and breathing out. Grab inside your feet here and pushing your knee out to the side for some stretching in your hip area, or else you're just gonna go with your hands here instead. So good movement in both hips and knees. Inhale, exhale. Straightening up and lie down, left leg straight, bend your right knee, pull it over your straight left leg, and open up in your chest, your spine, and your hip area. So get a nice stretch here. Don't go further into the stretch than you can have at just a normal breathing. Back to center and opposite leg straight, bend your opposite and arms out, twisting over. I love this stretch, a good universal stretch where you get so many stretches in one: chest, spine, hip area. People should actually do this every single day. If I haven't done this stretch for a few weeks, I feel it right away that it's a lot tougher to do it. Back into center and let's go up for standing position. Easing up shoulders, loosening up, and so close. We're gonna go for full breathe in and open up. And back again, 2 more, reaching up. And 1 to go. I forgot if we got 4 or 5, but opening up and come back again. So hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done it. Give it a like, give it a comment, share the session. But most of all, you're gonna stay happy, you're gonna stay healthy, you're gonna stay strong. Take good care. Bye.